Hello YouTube, Claude Mods here with another updated video. I thought I'd re-upload it since my last video was somewhat 768p and I thought I need to do a 1080p. So we're going to start off with my favourite applications that I believe that should be on Linux distributions. Now, we're going to start off with Bottles. Bottles is a very good application for playing games and using Windows applications on Linux. Now, I cannot stress it enough how easy it is to use this application and configure it to run Windows applications and games. Now, I've got videos on how to set up games and how to either you can use the executables from the game launchers or other applications to install their dependencies directly, or you can run it as a whole by downloading all the dependencies, which will take a bit of time, and then just running the executable. So the best way to do to run Windows games and applications is to have them on your hard drive already, and then just link it to Bottles. So we're going to open Bottles up. It's the first application on the list that I will be showing, and yeah, all you do, you normally just make a bottle, whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to make a bottle today, so it's not a tutorial. You want to call it an application because it does install loads of dependencies, and then you run your executable. And for the most part, you're going to need to run your runners. You need to download your runners. So Soda being the first one that's ever downloaded with this. There's loads of them that are compatible with different things, and well, it's all down to preference and what works best with your graphics card. I find that Soda and Proton GE just work out the box for people that use AMD and Intel, and I'm actually on Intel myself, as I can showcase relatively quickly because this isn't one of the applications I want to be showcasing. But if anyone needs any help with that, you can also comment on my post. So yeah, I'm currently using a Intel 8-core, 4 threads, 4 cores, should I say. Photos is another one that's not downloaded out of the box on KDE. What about calculator? Has anyone noticed that there's no calculator when you download KDE? Most of these applications, for the most part, people are already going to know, and if you don't, then you can also research them online. Here's another good one. I'm very fast with my talking. It's called Retro Terminal, and you can change a lot of things, but for the most part, I'm not going to be showing you all of these features in here because it can be somewhat annoying. Secondly, I would like to show Flame Shot is another good one. It's already open here at the bottom. You just literally take a picture, save it where you want to save it, name it, it'll pop up at the bottom, then it'll show you the image itself. Another good one is Stacia. I did show this in my last video as well. We'll be showcasing that in a minute. You've got GIMP. Is a good photo editor. FreeCAD is good for CAD applications. You've got G-Overlay, which is good for frames per second whilst you're gaming. Gparted is a partition editor. Grub Customizer. Please note you will be treading on you will need to tread on eggshells with this one here. It's good for customizing your bootloader, adding an image, which is what I use, and also changing the text. Inkscape is another photo editing tool. You've also got Kodi, which is good for streaming. Critter, I did show Critter in my last video. What you can do with this tool is relatively more easier than it is to use GIMP and Inkscape. So you can just open up an image, that image there that I just had. For the most part, the setting you're going to want to find is flow and size, because that's one of the main tools that's going to be used in this application. And I do use this to edit my photos due to the fact that GIMP and everything else can be really hard to use this tool here, and it won't do some of the things that this does whilst you're using this tool. For the most part, it works better than GIMP, and that is all down to preference. Please don't hate me. But really and truly, that is just this tool is very, very good, and it's relatively easy to use. Then we shall move on to Lutris, and LibreOffice is probably well known, and I'm not going to be showcasing them, but LibreOffice and its components are just tools that are similar to Microsoft Office and or Microsoft 365. Lutris is another application for Windows applications, although it's not as friendly as Bottles. And we've got OBS Studio, which is what I use for editing, for making videos. Very good tool. For the most part, people already know this. But if you need something more lightweight, you've got a Simple Screen Recorder, which is good for recording the screen, but it's not good for recording audio because it will cut the video halfway through. The audio will disappear. Another one is PSP Emulator, PPSSPP. You can play PSP games at 2K or above depending on your graphics card. RetroArch does have this inside of it, so you could just download RetroArch. It also does Nintendo DS emulator, Sega. There's a load of them in there, GameCube, and there's tons of them in there. I'm not going to go through them all. Spotify is another big branded application that I use in my core distribution. Over here you can download it through my core after downloading my distribution on SourceForge. Although this is not a showcase video for my distribution, even though I do use it as a daily driver. Now, we're going to move our way on to Stacia, a very good tool. I cannot stress it enough how easy and cool this tool is. You can change your startup applications, you can clear your logs. I'm not going to have many logs because I just made a video, and yeah, of course you need your password, type it in, it will clear your logs. You can find files within the file manager. You can change some of these settings, so these will be the applications that are already running, and these that show you how much megabytes is being used in the memory, and some other bits and bobs. Very cool. You've got packages, the stuff that's installed you can remove. This resources thing is pretty much the same as the overview tool that I use. You can find, it's called System Monitor, and it does for the most part do the same thing really. You can see what applications are open and whatnot. Then you've got your local host, you can change your local host. You've got your mirror list, and for the most part some of their settings that are within the app. Very cool and nice tool, and I'm pretty sure most of you are going to be downloading this after this video. Very good. I could not credit the creator of that tool any as much as I need to. I love the tool whatsoever. Steam is a good tool, we all know it. If you don't know it, you can go online and search that. Sublime Text is a text editor for coding. You've also got Telegram Desktop, which is a messaging app. Thunderbird Mail is a good mail client. You've got Tor browser you can download. VirtualBox is good for testing software testing operating systems before installing them, and I do build my operating systems off of that. Visual Studio Code is another good coding tool. VLC Media Player is relatively good. WhatsApp Desktop, I will admit that this and Xbox Cloud Gaming is an unofficial version, but they work for the most part just the same. And then you've also got Switch Emulator, and I love this game. This tool for gaming. I actually used it to run Red Dead Redemption 1 at 2K, and all you do is you link your BIOS, link your game, and you're good to go. And all the games has such a good UI. All the games pop up as pictures, and it's a lot better than the other one that you can download, which I do not know the name of anymore. But for the most part, that is all the applications I want to showcase today. If you want to use Fedora, you can use Fedora. That's a good bootable USB creator, or you can also use Blender Etcher. It's all down to preference. And another one would be Blender, which is really good for 3D modeling, or if you want to edit some sounds, because I do make music as well myself, then you can use Audacity, which isn't the best, but it does do the job when you need it. That is all I've got to say in this video really. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope you're having a good day or night, whatever time it is when you're watching this video. That is it from me, Claude Mods. /Aaron, which is my real name.